Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, this Jackie Bros.
I'm Dunlap.
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot to talk about this week.
A lot going on.
There's a lot going on out there. I don't know how I feel about all of it. We'll get into all that. I won't get to sponsors out the way. At the top here, we got a really good sponsor. At least I do this week. I got a good one to sponsor for this week's show. It's a grand reopening of Little Helen's. And some of y'all heard that before. Little Helen's was an old sponsor close down, had going out of business sale. And now, grand reopening, happy to have him back. That's good news for a good sponsor. We're happy. Little Helen's right up off a square. Grand reopening of Little Helen's. New location right off a square there. And it says here, the first 50 guests, Little Helen, will get to go home with a free deluxe package. Free deluxe package. So get down there to Little Helen's grand reopening off a square. Can't pass up a deal like that. So that's a sponsor for this week. That's mine.
A deal like what? What is the deluxe package? Is it an actual
free.
package?
I don't know.
Is there something in it? Is
Look,
it like a treatment?
They're a sponsor, and they give us $25 to
Did Little Helen give you $25 or did Big Helen give you $25?
I ain't never met Little Helen. I know Big Helen. She said Little Helen's open back up. I said, good for her. And she says, off a square, here's $25. Do you mind? And I said, well, I'm just happy for her that she got the store open again. And I read what they said they wanted to get across. And so that's what you're supposed to do for a sponsor. And I took $25. I did my part. I did what I was supposed to do.
This store has been a sponsor. Or store, I don't know what it is. It could be some sort of medical center. They could do eyebrow braiding.
What?
Like Indian women in the mall.
Oh, hell.
All I'm saying is several times Little Helen has been a sponsor. Several. 5, 6 times.
They've been a good sponsor. The store went out of business.
She opened up. She went out of business. She had several special deals, coupons.
The reason they're opening back up because that going out of business sale did so well because they said we talked about it on here.
Did anybody go to that sale?
That's what I'm saying. They went there and they got enough going out of business to open up in a new location, a cheaper rental space, whatever. I don't know why, but they're opening back up. Good for them.
It seems like somebody out there could tell us what it is that happens at Little Helen's. Why don't you just ask Big Helen? This was a perfect opportunity. She come up to you and said, they're opening back up.
I did. She came up and she said, well, you do it. I said, oh, they opened it back up. Same kind of store? She said, yep.
Why is Big Helen so tight-lipped about Little Helen?
Just assuming look.
It's gone too far for you to ever ask. They've been our sponsor like 8 times.
I ain't going to ask.
And now you're going to ask what they do, and you can't do it. You've let it go too far. You friend-zoned Little Helen's.
Well,
you should have spoke up.
Look, they good sponsor. They gave us $25 to do this on here. I tell people where to go. Have you heard anybody complain about Little Helen's? Have you heard anybody say it was a devil place or this or that and all them other eyebrow, whatever else you call it? Ain't nobody out there mad about it. You the only one making a scene about it. It's a fine establishment. If any friend of Big Helen's is a friend of mine, Little Helen, good for you. I'm glad you're back in business. If you got there, you go right off a square, grand reopening, Little Helen's. Guess you can go up there if you want the first 50 to get there. Deluxe package, free.
What? What are they getting? Why would you go so you don't even know what it is? The deluxe package. You drive up.
It's a free deluxe package from Little Helen's. That's all.
You may need to rent a truck to pick it up. Who knows what's in it? Or it may be you have to make a time commitment for it to follow through on it. People need to plan ahead.
Go where it's up or don't. I did what I was supposed to do. There ain't no reason not to go down there. Maybe that's part of the mystery. Maybe you won't find out what a deluxe package is. Maybe some people out there are curious, not just question like you. Just assume it's something terrible. Some people say, hey, I could use one of those. I could use a free deluxe package. I'm going down to Little Helen's. That's right off a square. That's where I'm going to go and be one of the first 50 guests to get me one.
If that were the case, then she should play up the mystery angle. Like Little Helen's, who knows? Should be her slogan.
That ain't that slogan. I ain't put it on this piece of paper. Don't be making up the slogans they know what won't. They're a sponsor. I say what I'm supposed to say. They give us $25. That's enough.
And why is Little Helen so mysterious that we don't? That she has to use Big Helen as a go-between.
She don't come. She on the other side of town. Big Helen comes in here. You know what? She comes in here twice a week. She comes in every Tuesday, every Thursday.
She's like the deep throat of the Helens.
What?
Like, why can't Little Helen ever come in?
Because Little Helen ain't ever walked in here. Was she supposed to start coming here now? If she's afraid of Big Helen's on this side of town, maybe she can't get away from Little Helen's. I don't know.
Well, she did. When she went out of business, she had some free time. That would have been a great time for her to rethink her whole strategy. But it sounds like she just jumped back in, whole hog, making the same mistakes.
Ain't no mistakes being made as far as I'm concerned.
We're talking about a place of business, and nobody knows what the hell they do.
All right. It's a Little Helen knows, and people who been there knows, and people who going to go there and get them a deluxe package going to know. It's a fine establishment. I take Big Helen's word for it. She says so. I believe her. That's all I need to know. Tired of it. Try to run down every sponsor I get on here. You got to run them down.
I'm asking questions. Just ask questions.
It ain't time to ask questions.
I'm like David Gregory.
It's time to do the sponsor. You do the sponsor, that's it. Say, thank you very much. Well, I'll try to get down there. You so curious, why the hell don't you go down to Little Helen and find out what the hell it is? Be the first, one of the first 50 ones down there and get the deluxe package.
I don't know what it is. I don't know when it fit in my car. I don't know. Am I allergic to it? I don't know. Is it something to eat? Do I need to eat a light breakfast?
It's a deluxe package. It's free. Go down there and get it. That's it.
You can shove that deluxe package straight up your ass.
Hey.
You're going to talk to me that way. We just getting started on the podcast. And already
you're the one trying to
like a maniac.
Run down a fine sponsor, and run it down like you do all of them. I'm tired of it. I might as well not have sponsors on here anymore.
Will you concede this, Jackie?
People pay you $25 for you to sit there and just run it down and say it's all this. You don't even know what the hell it is.
Will you at least concede that it is mysterious?
Mysterious? It ain't no mystery. It's a sponsor. You just...
That there may be some branding issues
with
Little Helen's. Think if Jackie's store was like
you
that.
go open up your own damn store. I got a store. I run it the way I do.
If I open up a store, on the sign it'd say what it was.
All right, Little Helen's can run the store her way. It must be doing all right. It just had it's having a grand reopening.
Believe you me, when I open up Dunlap's baby clothes, it's going to say baby clothes.
All right.
Right on the sign.
Ain't no baby going to buy no clothes from you.
Babies don't do the buying, the mamas do.
Well, if they got the sense.
Yelling, that's what they hear first 5 minutes. Just
well,
straight up yelling on this podcast. She called it yelling.
You the one running it down.
I don't even know if I want to do this sponsor.
Well, don't then. See if I care.
It's just I think we're going to wade into an issue here.
Huh?
I mean, they give me the $25, and I felt bad about it, and then all the stuff happened with Paula Dean, and
I am.
Maybe I should just give them the $25 back.
Well, I don't want to wind up in the situation she's in. I just give it back. I don't want to have nothing to do with everybody coming after me.
He did give me $25. I cashed it already, though, so I don't know.
Oh, hell. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. These fly-by-night businesses down here. You better cash that check from Big Helen, Lil Helen, because who knows how long that's going to be in business. I cash these things.
They give me no check. I got $25 cash.
Oh, that's good, then.
Well, yeah.
That's how you got to deal with Lil Helen.
Well.
Cash only.
It ain't cash only. It's just what Big Helen give me. from her.
Right out of her pocketbook. Big Helen got a big pocketbook.
Well,
Everything about Big Helen big.
all right.
I don't know Little Helen as well as Big Helen. You're better friends with Big Helen.
I
I'd
know Big Helen most of my adult life. She always been around in town. Come
say.
down
But
here
Big
and
Helen,
store.
about 6'5",
She tall lady, yeah.
and big booming voice.
I guess. I mean, she's singing the church choir down there. You hear her over everybody else, yeah.
It's just her name, Big Helen, suits her. Big lady.
It's just what it's been a nickname since I met her. Since
Was
I
she
know her.
always
Everybody
big?
Everybody call her Big Helen.
Right. And Little Helen, who knows?
I never met Little Helen. I never heard about her till Big Helen told me about her and her fine establishment. That's all I need to
Allegedly.
know.
All right, so this sponsor, listen, I'm just going to read this off. Don't judge us.
Wow.
Well, things have changed, okay? Things have changed, and we made this deal. We're going to honor it. The sponsor, it's a lot of y'all in Murfreesboro know this restaurant,
What?
the Big House.
The Big House? No, don't
They give me
don't bring that up on here. Good Lord.
It was like the day it happened. Like they give me a check, I
Oh,
cashed
hell.
it.
Here it comes.
I went to Hardee's, and then heard on the radio about Paula Dean. But the Big House, it says here, serving Murfreesboro old money since 1863.
And as long as I can remember, Big House been up there, yeah.
And a lot has changed since 1863.
Well, hell yeah.
Nowadays, you go in, and a lot of people don't go there anymore. I mean, especially it costs a lot of money to go in there. It's fancy food, and the wait staff is all African American, and they're in there white. You know, I'm not gonna. Maybe I should just. Can you give me that Big Helen money, and I'll just give it back to the
I
Big
ain't
House?
giving. After you run them down, you ain't getting none of that Helen money. You the one that got into this. You get yourself out. I ain't gonna. Big House. I don't want to particularly have him as a sponsor. Big House has been around for everybody knows what kind of place that is. You know, I know people that work there at the Big House. I know white people work at the Big House, and I know black people, you know, work at the Big House.
White people you know at work there? Who's
Oh,
work,
like in the
at
kitchen.
the cash register?
Yeah, you know, hostess, that sort of thing. I ain't going to say
Right.
no names on either end because people may not want me saying that.
It's sort of a eyes wide shut kind of thing, but without sex, just racism.
Yeah, it's just that old kind of. Some people like that old kind of Southern stuff. I personally always
It's rich people.
makes me feel awkward. I don't really care for it myself.
It's like these poor people racism. That's like them people are taking my job, and these rich people racism. That's like bring me more corn on the cob.
Yeah.
You know, these poor people, these poor cracker racism.
Just blame everybody but themselves. Everybody
And
get
they-
mad. Yeah.
Rich cracker racism.
Yeah. Take care of it. Take care
Did
of
you
my
hear?
shoes.
Did you hear Yeezus yet?
What?
Yeezus.
What is it?
Yeezus.
Yeah, Jesus. What do you?
Yeezus.
No, I ain't heard. I don't know what you're talking about. What is it?
Yeezus.
What is it?
You wouldn't like it.
Well,
So the Big House.
no, I don't want to have big houses.
Serving-
Look, that kind of establishment is not. I don't want to be affiliated
have
with that.
your
Especially
wedding
with
there.
Well, you can have a wedding. They had all sorts of functions there.
Yeah, lots of different debutante balls.
I didn't know what. I've only heard about it. I ain't ever stepped in there. Now the food's good.
Food's great.
Food is delicious.
We ain't
It's
saying the food ain't
Oh,
good.
it's some of the best food you put in your mouth. But I don't go in there. I won't eat there. If somebody, brings lunch in here at the store or something that come from a Big House, sure enough, I won't get my hand on some of that chicken and biscuits. I sure do, because it's about as good as you going to get to eat around here.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go there. I don't want to support it that way.
No. Buttery, rich.
Oh, delicious. food, you don't get.
Or somebody come back from like a racist wedding and they got like I got the big metal trays of just these golden buttery grits.
If you look up on the food that way, then dive in. It's delicious. You ain't gonna taste anything better.
But if you go there,
it takes away. I can't enjoy the food when you got a fella dressed that way, not looking in the eyes.
That you went to school with.
Somebody I know, yeah. I ain't gonna say no name, but Mr. H, we'll call him Matt. You know, he comes in here all the time, and I know he works at the big house.
We're not saying it's good, but it exists.
It is what it is. I'm uncomfortable having them a sponsor. Well, you figure out a way to get $25 back because I ain't gonna support that place financially. I can't do that.
It just feels like you're playing dress up racist.
It's just like the people that do the Civil War dress up, but with food.
If you're doing like
Civil War reenactment out in the park, I know sometimes like
they go there.
Their wives they go there because that's part of what they do. They have a battle and everybody gets done. Y'all go to the big house.
Well, you're hungry after all that.
Like
if you do Django Unchained cosplay, but for the wrong reasons, like you would go to the big house. Or if you're just rich and white privilege and don't think much beyond, like, how can I get some delicious collard greens, but with a beautiful racist presentation? Like Paula Deen is like, I just, how they look. It is professional and they're in their white suits.
And ain't nothing I approve of. Like I said, them Civil War reenactments, their wives sometimes bring their lunch for them because most of those guys can't afford a big house, but every now and then the big house have them come out there and redo a battle where the Southerners win more often than not. Most of those battles that they
like
do.
Like a what if.
Right. They kind of turn it around. And those boys, they do Civil War reenactments for fun. So most of them, they'll go to the big house, get paid a little bit of money, but mostly they go for the food. They know what they're going to get to eat for free after they put on a show for them.
I heard Big House was doing like outreach, kind of like, like Poor White Trash Thursdays.
Yeah.
Like when they wouldn't get a lot of their old money clientele, they'd run specials with a buffet and kind of reach out to some of the, militias. And
They had, for a while there, they was doing a buffet, and then they had that sort of dinner theater thing. I heard about some of them. I wouldn't be able to sit through some of that stuff they were showing.
Hey, it's hard to be an actor in Middle Tennessee.
You get what kind of work you can, these days, the way economy is, you do what you can. Get by. It's a shame.
It's for rich people. Me and Jackie ain't rich.
I ain't rich. Hell no. I ain't got big house money, that's for sure.
So that's the big house.
But that ain't. Don't say
Serving
that's a sponsor.
Murfreesboro.
That's you. Oh. You give a $25 back. Don't. Go
I've been in the back. I won't tell Murfreesboro because I picked up a girl, Desiree. I used to date. Desiree's her stripper name. It ain't her real name, so I ain't giving her any real names away.
What?
She had 2 jobs, so she would work there, and I'd pick her up, and I'd take her to the strip club.
All right.
And you should have heard the staff talk about them rich, fat, white Murfreesboro old money.
Well,
I mean, out in front, sure, they're in the white coat and tails, but in the back, I hate to break it to you, but they did not care for you, Murfreesboro old money.
I don't think that's going to change their opinion of the situation one way or the other.
That's how I got a lot of that food. She'd say, "You want some of this racist food?" And I'd be like, "Sure."
Well, I won't say when I ate it, they'd break it down here at the store. Somebody say I just came from a big house, but I wouldn't pay for it, my own money.
No, it's good.
Somebody else said, "Well, if you buy it, I'll eat a little bit of it." But
I mean, Desiree would rip them off right and left. Well, silverware. I got so many forks from the big house.
I don't know if that's right either, but
I mean, she had to take a stand.
Well,
so that's the big house.
Not an official sponsor of this
official
sponsor.
Parkers,
no.
But they have been serving Murfreesboro old money since 1863. I don't know if they still have Poor White Trash Thursdays, but I guess you can call them Find out.
I can't. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna call him. I ain't going down there. Start something on here. No. Paula Dean's got it bad enough.
Paula Dean, oh. Man. She blamed it on the South, basically.
I didn't care for that too much. Like I ain't ever been a northern racist before.
She's like, well, I'm from the South, and I'm old, so what do you expect from me?
Well, listen here, I don't say that word. I don't do it. My daddy now come from a different time.
They always say it.
Well, what else am I supposed to say? I don't know what to say on here, but I've heard
the
that
big
word.
house is from 1863.
All right. I get what you're saying, but I heard my daddy say it, not often, but he did say it. And one time when I was a little boy, said it because of him, and my mama whopped the fire out of me, and he said, you don't say that word. And that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised. I said, well, Daddy, and then, she'd have a few words, more choice words for him. But
in town, they say that she beat the hell out of him.
Well, if she heard him say that, she sure as hell did. He had to sneak off and say it. He didn't say it around the house too much.
So he'd have to go out in the woods to be racist?
I don't know. I mean, that's what it is like now, and I guess that's right. If you
can't be racist.
You can't be racist. But this is way back in the day here. My mama did not tolerate that word. She worked with the church. And she had black people friends. She sold Avon to I don't know how many black people up and down, in that part of town at that time, so she knew everybody black and white, about the same. And if she heard you say that word, like I said, I made a mistake as a young man, said it trying to be this or that, and again, this is every time. I ain't giving no excuse, but I sure got the hell knocked out of me, and I ain't said it since. I don't say that word. I was too young to know what it meant back then. Now I know. Plus, the sting in my face are burning every time I said it.
I'm scared of your mama.
Well.
Even now with her, so old.
Yeah.
And her skin like paper, I bet she'd still slap a shit out of you.
Well, yeah.
So it ain't just like everywhere you went, people said it. There were people you knew. Paula Dean ain't like 100 years old like your mama. Paula Dean knew that you weren't supposed to say it.
Well, yeah, she knew better than that.
And it ain't about the word. I mean, it just sounds gross working for Paula Dean. I knew it was gross, just like visually. But it just sounds like there's a lot of racist stuff going on over there.
Well, somebody keep bringing up all the time that the woman that took her to court and all this stuff, that she was white.
You don't approve of that?
I'm not saying one way or the other. The people keep talking past what I'm saying. So why is she worried about everybody in there? That
Maybe she has a conscience.
Well, that could be the case or whatever. But I mean, people were saying that she's just trying to get her, making up stories and this and that. But I guess it's not true. I mean, I guess that's not true. It is true. She said it. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been on YouTube everywhere else saying I'm sorry. So she knows she did something wrong.
Deposition where she's just like, this ain't a bunch of really weird racist things. Paula Dean's restaurant and the people online defending her, like defending that, going after that woman, brought the case, mad at Food Network, Cooking Channel, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
This proves this whole thing at Rand Paul, whatever, anti-civil, like, if a private business wants to be real racist, like society would shut them down. You can look at the YouTube comments and see they would at least have an initial burst of activity coming through the door after they went public with their racism. Yeah. It might not last. They might get shamed after a while. But you look at these YouTube, like, how dare you, Cooking Channel, like you never made a mistake after you got mugged.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little bit racist cooking Food Network. Come off it.
Well,
people get mad on Paula Dean's behalf. I mean, look at the big house, Jackie. Serving Murfreesboro old money since 1863.
All right, don't talk
That's as racist a restaurant as you can get.
Well, yeah, but don't.
And they're our sponsor this week.
No, they are not our sponsor.
Still in business.
I
It's a weird burgundy draped world in there.
Well, yeah, that's for sure.
And I guess this Paula Dean thing, it just brings. I think people get defensive because everybody feels a little racist sometimes. People
Everybody's
to
done something.
extremes.
Like I said, when I was a young boy,
you don't
when my
have to
mama-
keep saying it. I know you
when
were
my
a
mama
racist
knocked-
little boy.
I wasn't a racist little boy. I didn't know what I learned it from somebody else, and Mama learned it the hell out of me. And once I know what that word means and how it affects people, I ain't never said it again. I wouldn't do it. I don't want nobody to do it.
Was there like a junior clan back then?
Oh hell! I was mocking my daddy saying something, and she knocked the hell out of me. She asked me what daddy was, and I told him he's down at N-word Charlie's. That's what daddy called him. I didn't know the difference, and Mama knocked the hell out of me.
N-word Charlie wasn't even black. I remember him.
Yeah.
What was he like? They were from Belgium?
I don't know. He had
Come
an
here.
accent. He talked weird.
They
Daddy
opened
just
up that
called-
cabinet shop.
Daddy go down there. And my daddy, he's a good man. He's a good farmer. And he come from a different time, and I ain't proud of everything, but he drank a little bit every now and then. Him and N-word Charlie go down to the cabinet shop, and they'd get to drinking, and Mama go down there. I remember her just knocking the hell out of him, bringing him back home a couple times. That's when he's younger. He got older. She beat that out of him. But I think N-word Charlie from...
Well, you don't have to keep saying that.
Well, that's what they called him, and like I said, Mama asked where it was, and that's what I said, and I got the hell knocked out of me, and I ain't said it since.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why was it he was Belgian? Well, he spoke French.
I think it was Belgian, it was French, Belgian, or something, Canadian, I don't know. That's what Daddy always called him. And of course, it stuck, and everybody else,
He's just
ran
sort of
town.
a nickname.
Yeah,
It's breaking each other's balls.
Well, yeah, I guess, I don't know.
People get mad. People don't want to be able to not call someone that if they need to.
Well, you can't, not call anybody that. I know
guess that's what the comments are. It's just why I don't think.
Well, people keep saying freedom of speech, all this has been taken away.
But she got to say it. She could be on Twitter right now going N-word, N-word, N-word.
Yeah.
It's not like she's going to go to jail.
It really wouldn't hurt her any worse to do it at this point.
At
now,
this
if she
point,
wanted
it'd
to.
probably be she'd have a show on Fox cooking up some fried pies.
I wish there was a way, if she was really sorry, people just say, if she learned something, let her prove it, this or that. If people, I don't understand everybody, freedom of speech. How dare they tell her she can't say that? Well, you ought not say that word, period.
And everybody, you get this, that's Jackie's freedom of speech, saying don't say the N-word. She can say it, and then you have the freedom of speech to say don't say it.
I'd have freedom of speech say watch your damn mouth. I'm allowed to say that.
But Paula Dean ain't running around avoiding jail by going to Ecuador and Russia like Snowden. She's got freedom of speech. She could open up a restaurant, just paint the worst thing on the window, and just let your imagination run wild.
No one's telling her she can't do that.
Just think if America as a whole got together and said, Paula Dean, you can be as racist as you want. Just imagine what she could do with her creativity and her work ethic. What sort of racist business empire she could build. But we ain't going to do that. You don't.
No, ain't nobody going to go there. Well, ain't no point doing it.
Look at the big house. Serving
they ain't
Murfreesboro money.
Quit talking about. They ain't
I'm
no
just
sponsor.
saying they must be having problems because Murfreesboro owe money. They're all dying out. They're having it Poor White Trash Thursdays, trying to get business in there. They're trying to get the old people to come back. They're having shuffling Sundays.
Enough about what they're doing
They're having to do these theme nights and stuff.
All right.
So all I'm saying about our sponsor this week is that you can't.
They are not our sponsor.
They're having hard times too. Now, maybe after with all this Paula Deen stuff going on, they're going to get this sort of knee-jerk racist reaction crowd. Maybe they're going to have a great week or two. But you get shamed. You can't go walk into Walmart being like, I just ate at the big house. Oh, I'm full, and I loved seeing them black people in them waistcoats.
That's reading like you have to go through the front gates to get to the big house. I ain't been there myself. I just, delivered something there one time, and they ordered something from a store. They were out of something, and I was on the place open, so I took it down there. It's business. But you go through the front.
Supplying them.
At that time, I don't know more. It's a while back. That's the first time I got exposed to what the hell it was. And I heard most people I know has been around, but, I didn't ever have the money to eat there. I never had no money to go to the big house and eat. But they needed pickles. They out of pickles. I was the only one. I had a big old jar left of it back in here in the shop, and I said, I'll run, and I got my money's worth, too. I'll say that.
What do you mean, like Vlasic? Or like pickles you made yourself? Like
ones I made myself. I charge a good high dollar for that, too. I said, because, plus you're going to have me come down there and bring it, ain't it?
The pickles you made with your mama's recipe?
I am.
What would she think about you taking them pickles down to the big house?
I didn't know. I knew it was a fancy place for rich Southern people. That's all I knew. I didn't know they had black people acting any which way in there. The point I'm trying to make, when I went down there, you go through a big gate, and then you get drive way down the driveway to it to get up to the front doors.
It's like in Blues Brothers 2 when they go to see The Witch with Paul Schaefer.
What? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
They got to go along.
Well, what the point I'm making, you go in there, all them limousines pull up there and take them all back there. Don't nobody who's coming and going in there no how.
It's almost like they have to wear hoods over their faces. So
they've done that before, yeah.
I think once you get in there, you can request a hood.
That's what I've heard. I ain't been there in business hours. I ain't ever been there.
I hear tell they have a hood check.
They ain't mine.
So that is, again, the big house, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. No, don't.
They are not off the square. You got to go back.
He going to figure out how to give that $25 back to him because we ain't going to do it.
Yep. I'm not going to be a party to.
And I tell you what, when you take that $25, I'll go ahead and I'll get it out of my pocket right now. Hang on. I'm going to give that pickle money back.
You going to give the pickle money back, too?
Yep.
Wait, how much did they give you for the pickle money?
Give me that. $250 here.
200. Yeah, give me that, Jackie. I'll take that
right
on over to the big house.
You take that, and you take that
I
$25
will.
here.
We can't have this blatant racism in Murfreesboro.
You take that $25 of my $250 pickle. They were desperate. They needed pickles that night. And I don't want it no more. Now I know what goes on. I'm saying that right now. There ain't no sponsor. Make sure you give that back.
How much
cash
this
was
in
19. They may not remember it, so you're going to have to tell them what it was. This happened about 1984.
Oh, well, adjusted for inflation, maybe you ought to give me a couple more.
Oh, hell no, I ain't give him that $250.
You really don't use banks, do you? It's all buried out in your yard in a coffee can.
I ain't telling you where my money is. Ain't none of your damn business where my money is.
You know what? I will definitely take this to the big house. Throw it in their face.
No, do it.
I will definitely.
I don't approve. I don't approve of it. I won't make it clear right now.
Or I could call up Desiree. I mean, think about that. That poor woman worked there, and the things they made her do, and her dress had to be just so sparkling white. And then I hadn't talked to her in a while. I think she's married, but, it don't matter. I'll just call her up, and we'll go have a big time with this.
Enough about that. I don't want to hear about all
$275, and then maybe
strippers and this.
I'll pull up in the parking lot, honk my horn at the front of the big gate, just be like, here's an interracial couple, and I got $275 that we are going to blow.
No, you give that money. No.
And pot.
You give that money back. Here, give it back to me.
No, don't you think, though, that
you
that
give
would
that
be
$25 and that $250. You give that back to them and say that's for them pickles. You tell them where it come from.
For the don't you think it would be more effective if I went in there with Desiree?
I told you what I want you to
Still
do.
not
I
a
don't
real
care
man.
what's more effective or this or that.
I just think we'd be making a statement.
I don't give a damn about that.
I
You
mean,
give that money back.
Which sounds better? I'm going to have sex with this black woman
I don't
of her own
want to hear about you having sex with anybody, black, white, whatever color.
choosing.
Enough. I ain't going to listen to that.
Or Jackie wants me to give you his pickle money back. You're like a...
That's Jackie wants you to take this pickle money back. That's what you tell him right there to the face.
Man, someday there will be a statue of you, and it'll say,
Oh,
take
hell
his pickle
no.
money. You're the Rosa Parks of old white
Enough.
people.
I didn't say no such thing. I just don't want that money. Take it to him.
Okay.
It's the first time I thought about it in 20 years. I don't need you brought up big house.
I will go to the big house and bang on that gate, and I will say, Jackie wants me to throw his pickle money right in your
There you
fat
go.
racist face.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I
I
have
will
nothing to do with
go
it.
call Desiree,
All right.
and I'll see what
You
she's
talk
been up
about
to.
this Ray on your own time. You
I'll
pickle money first, then whatever you want to do with your life, wasting it.
depending on how it goes with Desiree, I may start my own podcast just to tell.
All
Because she
right.
was, I think there was something about having to be around all them racist white people all day.
Oh.
By the time she got to me, she just took a lot
All right.
out on me.
All right. I don't want to hear about none of that mess.
It
Enough.
was painful.
I'm tired of talking about food and racists. Enough.
Well, if you've listened to this far, I guess our message to racists is take your pickle money back.
Yeah. Don't want it.
Don't want it, Paula Dean. Take your pickle money
Take
back.
you racist pickle money back. We don't like that way no more. We're trying to be better than that.
We're trying to be better. We may not always succeed,
No, we may mess up like Paula Dean sometimes.
but we ain't gonna get on YouTube and cuss out the Food Network for firing somebody.
I ain't got time for that. And
Good point.
Either way, Paula Dean, she messed up. That's what, ought not do that. Ought not say that, talk that way. Ought not have big house wedding.
I hope them rich white people enjoyed them pickles you give them.
All right, enough.
So, yeah, freedom of speech. Talking about Paula Dean, who has freedom of speech, and that we have freedom of speech. Say, take your pickle money back.
Yeah.
But this
Take
dude,
your racist pickle money back.
take your racist pickle money back with this dude Snowden,
Yeah.
the guy who ratted out Obama and his spy drones and his phone listening. And
Listen on the computer.
all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Benghazi, did he do that too?
I think so. We had something
All
to do
of
with it. Yeah, all of it.
A hero.
Yeah.
Traitor. What is a hero, Jackie? Is it a traitor?
Sometimes.
Can traitors be heroes?
I guess in this case,
Because Rand Paul likes him.
well,
He was on TV today saying, listen, buddy, you're doing good. Don't get in there and hang out with Russia too much, or China, or any of our enemies that are giving you sanctuary.
where the hell else is he going to go?
Yeah, you can't go to, like,
Well, they just said
Canada.
yesterday they're going to go get him now. We got to figure out how to go get him. And China, Hong Kong, wherever it is, said he's gone. He ain't here no more.
You sure he ain't just hiding?
If he's hiding, look, he sit there and told everybody, right, what they're doing. Looking on the computer, on the phone, doing all this stuff. Well, if they got all that stuff, they can't even use it to get the damn guy who told everybody that they got it.
Seems like with all that they said they
With
do
all
now,
this snooping that they're doing.
they can't catch this guy before he gets on a plane to Ecuador. Seems a little weird.
So it makes you wonder, does it matter that they're doing all this if it don't do no damn good? Is it worth him going, oh, look what they're doing, when it don't work no how?
I think it is pointing out some errors in the way we process all the information we get.
I don't know. I had
personal stuff.
how to feel about him. Now, the first day, he's ratting out the terrible things Obama's doing.
Yeah,
that's good. We need to know how awful that man is.
Yeah, that right
we
there.
We already know, but anything to back that up.
Corroborate it.
Yes, absolutely. Let us
Hero.
know. Yes. But then at the same time, you're letting out secrets for the enemies. And I guess he's out there, like old Sarah Palin, you say, palling around with the enemies. Isn't that what this Snowden fella's doing?
I don't know if he's palling around so much as begging them not to turn him over.
Well, yeah. But they ain't, though.
Not yet. He's on the run. He's a fugitive.
Yeah.
Running from the one-armed man of tyranny. One-legged man. Wait, which one was it?
I don't know.
You never watched The Fugitive?
It's been a long time. I never liked that much.
There was a horrible, deformed man chasing after the fugitive.
Something like that. I didn't like that show. That's one I didn't care for. Boring. Same thing, every show.
There was something wrong with that man chasing him, right?
Something wrong with...
No, he was chasing...
He was
chasing the horrible monster. And then...
He was a doctor.
He was a doctor. Maybe he was going to fix him.
He was trying to fix him or something, and he couldn't... That's what...
Just hold still.
Right.
And then he's off again. How am I ever going to...
He was trying to... And then place after him for a murder he didn't do.
Right.
But then he's after sick, deformed fella, and I never did like it. That's one of them shows I never cared for. It was popular at the time. I didn't care for it.
Well, now Snowden is the fugitive, and the sick person he's chasing is democracy. And the mean police chasing Snowden are the mean police.
Right. But he ain't going to find democracy in China or Ecuador or Cuba, wherever the hell he's going.
No, those are not the places you'd look.
No, but that's where it's at. So it makes you wonder. First, he's a hero, and then he runs over to what our enemies are. So I'm confused about the whole thing. I don't know. And they can't even use the cat. They can't catch him. I guess he's clever. He's spy, so he knows what they're doing. So I guess he knows how to turn the computer off just at the right time or hang up a phone. I don't know.
Snake out the fire escape.
Yeah.
That's what spies do.
Well, yeah. Is that what he is? He's spy. He's hero, spy, traitor. I don't know what the man is.
Well, what is a hero, though?
Well, I don't know anymore.
Can we really say what is a hero?
And everybody agree? Hell no.
No, there is no hero.
There ain't no heroes like that anymore. Ain't no Lone Rangers.
Well, they're coming out with a new Lone Ranger.
That's what I'm saying. Did you see that mess?
Well, it ain't out yet. I just saw the commercial. I think you confusing the commercial because it seems to last as long as an actual movie.
I don't. Yeah, you showed that to me on a computer. I don't want to see that. Tonto wouldn't have all that all over his face. Bird on his head is mocking the good. See, there was good Indians and bad Indians back in the old days. Tonto, good Indian. That was the one Indian that was shown in a good light. Like, Indians ain't all bad. Tonto good. You know, Indians complain, oh, well, they don't treat us well in the movies, this and that. Well, I always say, what about Tonto? Look at him.
You kind of taking back some of the pickle juice.
What?
That you had going.
I'm saying I knew Tonto put a bird on his head and put clown makeup on him. Make an Indian look like an idiot. Ain't right.
So you don't want to go see it with me?
No,
you keep
hell
thinking
no.
you already. I showed you the trailer on YouTube.
It's stuff blowing up and this and that. Lone Ranger ain't Star Wars. Everything's got to be Star Wars now. Superman, Star Wars. This Star Wars. I don't want to see it. I don't like Star Wars.
You like quiet Lone Ranger.
Well, Lone Ranger on the horse, Tonto helping him like a good Indian does, helps.
Don't say good Indian.
And they solve crime, mystery, or whatever else they do.
Well, what's the difference between the big house where they have these fancy rich white people dinners and they have black people dress up in white tuxedos
Yeah.
and acting like they're enjoying serving the superior white race.
Right. Yeah, pitiful, yeah.
And Indian, like Western movies where they show Indians dressing up in like war paint and like on the rampage to get gunned down by good white superior race cowboys. Isn't that the same thing?
I said there was bad examples of Indians and good examples, and Tonto was a good one.
But isn't that the same thing? And then you got Tonto dressed up. He's a good one.
He
Yeah,
is
aren't we
a,
saying the same
him
thing?
and the Lone Ranger did good.
I think you're just not seeing the big picture. I think you're good on black people. You don't say
All
the
the
word
Indians
and
did.
you don't like a big house.
Right. All the Indians weren't great people. They were bad Indians, too. They was good Indians and bad Indians. What this country did to all the Indians, probably a little harsh on that. That's a long time ago.
Probably.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. If you depend on what history book you're reading that week, same thing. Who's a hero? Some people said Custer was a hero. Some people said he's a no-good son of a gun. Who knows anymore?
What is a
There
hero?
are probably idiots out there in the world that think Paula Dean's a damn hero.
I think when you answer the question, what is a hero, you can pretty much say Paula Dean ain't a hero.
I know that. I'm just saying. Who's to say who thinks who's who? I don't know anymore.
Ain't no hero.
I know Paula Dean ain't a hero. This Snowden fella, first he seemed like a hero. Now it don't seem like a hero no more.
It's confusing because some of the like Occupy Wall Street people and the Tea Party people and the Libertarian people, and it's all mixed up. Who likes this guy and who's against him?
Don't nobody know. They keep changing their mind of this or that. To me, it seemed like just one of them crazy Ron Paul fellas. Except this one actually caused harm or did good or hell, I don't know.
Knew how to use a computer for things other than voting down YouTube videos to make fun of Ron Paul.
Right.
Journalists conflicted, fighting amongst themselves.
Well, good.
Glenn Greenwald on Meet the Press and got in a fight with the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy.
Yeah.
They're like, you should be in jail. Well, you should do a better job. Ask a question. Go to hell. Fuck you.
Hey.
Remember, we used to have reporters that didn't, like, get in fights about who was a better reporter.
All right, I ain't going to hear language like that. From a reporter, you, anybody. I don't know what a hero is. Lone Ranger used to be a hero. Tonto was a good friend hero. Used to be all sorts of heroes. Well, as a young man, I grew up looking up to. Early astronauts, they were heroes.
Now they're all dead.
Yeah.
All the astronauts.
Every one of them.
Yeah, I guess it's no wonder this country's going down the tubes because I ain't no hero. It used to be people you could look. Now, I ain't that old, but I know that when I watch old things, that people used to look at baseball players and
Sure.
they'd say, those people are heroes.
Yeah.
I don't think they been a baseball player hero since they had the Reggie candy bar.
Well, hell no.
I wonder if that was any good. I eat them, but it was just like, that's weird. That's a baseball candy bar.
Yeah. I never did put that in my mouth. I knew better.
It's funny. I'm hungry for one right now, and I have no idea what it tastes like.
Yeah, you just hungry all the time either way.
I hope it's got like nougat, like kind of a nougaty, like a big thick log of chocolate, like crunch with like peanut coated shell, you know,
Yeah.
with the crispies in it, and the inside maybe kind of a peanut buttery nougat kind of feeling.
That just sound like you talking about whatchamacallit.
No, kind of a softer, flakier inside.
Whatchamacallit hard. Whatchamacallit when you bite in that hard on
Well,
your
you
teeth.
get a fresh one. In your store, they're hard. They've been there for
All
14
right, don't
years.
why you turn against all my candy bars. It's the
'Cause
intent.
you got everything in there. Got a inch-thick coat of dust.
All right. Don't eat it then. Don't sit there and mouth about it if you don't want to eat
Zero
it.
bar. Who eats a Zero bar? You the only place in town. You got a Zero bar with the logo from 1983.
Well, somebody may want to come in and eat it. If they do, it's sitting right there for them.
You can't expect a Zero bar to taste as fresh as it did.
I got preservatives in it. It says here on the damn package, whatever.
I
It
don't
got all
want to
sorts of
have this
preservatives.
argument with you. It's because it's got preservatives in it. Ain't you ever seen them open up like an old, like bomb shelter, and they had the tent? They rust, stuff rust after eventually.
Ain't no candy bar go to rust.
You can't have like Pez dispensers.
Go eat your candy somewhere else. Damn it. Don't. If you don't like it here, don't run it down.
I'm just saying, you could replenish your stock.
Hey, I might as well give you $25. Say,
Yes.
Our store is a sponsor, so you can run it down.
Okay. Some people, some sponsors that you say I run them down, they say they get more business after the Dunlap treatment.
Well, so be it. I don't have to hear it. I get tired of hearing it right here all the time out of your mouth. Get tired of it.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to agree to disagree on
Well,
what a
yeah, that's
hero
what we're
is.
gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what what is a hero to you ain't probably a darn worth a darn to me.
Evel Knievel was a hero.
Yeah,
See,
back in, yeah.
we agree on that.
He did some stuff that not everybody liked.
Sure,
He's still a hero, though.
I guess.
That reporter, remember, they talked about journalists. This is how they dealt with journalists back in. Remember that journalist said something bad about Evel Knievel? Went over that son of a gun's house and whooped the hell out of him with a baseball bat.
Hero.
Hero. I ain't going to stand for that. You say that about me.
I guess we know who a hero is.
Well, Evel Knievel. How long he been dead, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He died jumping over Snake River.
I think he just died of old age.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
Well, yeah.
That'd been a better way. I mean, that would have been a better way to go.
Well, yeah, doing what he was, hero what he was. Jump
Evel
over.
Knievel don't need to be in a damn nursing home.
Well,
You want Evel Knievel to go out on a, like, marsupial gorge or whatever.
yeah.
Flames need to be involved. I hope you're wrong. I hope he died. He perished. I hope he plummeted to his death.
Well, I think he just died, if I remember correctly. It just,
God damn.
well, I mean, people die. It's what it is.
I know, but a hero.
It don't make him any less a hero that he just died an old man, does it?
Well, kind of.
Well, hell.
Evel Knievel? Yeah.
All right. We just agreed there was one hero. Now you taking it back. 'Cause
Well,
he's
you're
old.
the one with the bad news. Ain't no good news, is there, Jackie?
Ah, you right about that. Not in this day and age anymore.
So you want to talk about the masturbating fetus, or should we just
Oh,
close it
I
up?
don't say that. I can't stand it. Don't say it again. I don't want to hear it.
The masturbating fetus?
Don't say that.
It was in the news.
I know it's in the news everywhere else. Why the hell there was a time when a Republican wouldn't even think about such a thing, let alone say it out loud.
What?
I don't want to have nothing to do with that. He ain't helping nothing.
You don't want to have nothing to do with the masturbating
No,
fetus.
hell no. Don't say it.
What do you think he was thinking?
I
know what he was thinking. He was picturing, like if you could draw a little thought bubble up over his head like a comic strip, he's picturing a little cute baby just going to town on his wiener in his mommy's stomach.
Enough.
Masturbating fetus.
I
Can you
don't-
imagine?
Enough. I don't want to hear it.
Nobody's saying it ain't gross to be a woman. I know you women have bodies that are just full of stink and just
Hey.
turmoil.
All right. Enough.
I do not envy one part of your life, but I have to say, I envy you even less. With the idea that inside, that's gross. You got something living inside of you to begin with.
What?
I don't know why God punished you. Well, I do, because what you did.
In the Garden of Eden, yeah,
Right.
yeah, all right.
So I
but you
do
ain't
know,
gotta-
I do know, but it's horrifying. So you just got something inside you like a vampire just feeding off your fluids and just clawing at you from the inside. Can you imagine, Jackie?
Hey,
And then think of that little thing floating in there in a fluid sack, just like slapping it,
oh,
slapping at
Hey.
its dome,
enough! I don't want to hear it.
masturbating fetus.
Ow.
I cannot even imagine
Enough.
that. Get it out of me.
Ah.
If I was not even considering an abortion, then you go get an ultrasound. You're like, well, take a look at this. Like, get it out. I want it dead.
Oh,
Kill it.
he wasn't helping nobody by saying that. I'm with you on that. I don't want to hear about it.
Look, everybody's got a fetish. This dude's may be a little weirder than some others.
Enough.
But masturbating fetus,
Hey,
what are you going to do?
I'm not going to listen to it anymore. I don't know what's happened to the Republican Party. I don't know what it's turned into. I don't know what the hell he was trying to accomplish, but that's just, he ain't no hero to me.
But what is a hero?
I don't know.